Well, I had good luck with this spice rub doing the brisket point. So I've got a bunch of it left over, so I want to make some baby back spare ribs this weekend. Tomorrow's Saturday, so I'm gonna give this a shot. Then add this basically it's just coarse black pepper, kosher salt, and crushed red pepper. So I'm gonna just generally or liberally add this to the ribs. Now I wanted to try something different here. I did not remove the membrane from the baby back rib. I've heard mixed reviews. Some people swear by it. Some people say you don't really need to do it. Some people say that if you take it off, it allows the smoke and the spice to penetrate into the ribs better. Other people say that if you leave it on, it helps hold in the moisture and makes them a lot juicier. So I normally do take it off, and I know how that tastes and how that works. So I figured, well, let's try something different here. So that's what I'm going to do. So I've left the membrane on. So I'm just patting that in. I don't expect the seasoning to get into that membrane much, but it'll be good to gnaw on. Okay, let's flip it and add it to the other side. These look like some really good baby back ribs. H-E-B had them on sale. I forget how much they were, but this whole rack was $8. But these were, it said that they were extra meaty, and they do seem like they have quite a bit of meat on them. So I love baby backs. So this is going to be good. And then I'm going to use the same mop that I used with the brisket point. It's just apple cider vinegar, water, sliced up jalapeno, and sliced up peppers or sliced up onions, and then just mop it periodically. And we'll see how that goes. Like I said, I love baby back ribs, and I really enjoyed this this rub with the brisket point. It really did add a lot to it. It was very, very tasty. And I'm going to smoke it once again. I think I'm going to do the oak again with this. Normally I like to use hickory with ribs, with pork ribs, or pecan. But I'm going to go with oak because I really like that oak. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to let it smoke for probably about 3 hours. Absorb as much smoke as it can in that 3 hours, and then wrap it up really good in a foil and just let it go for a couple more hours. So I'm going to do pretty much the same technique with this rack of baby backs that I did with the brisket point. So just pat that in, get it all stuck on there real good, and then I'm going to pop it in one of these 2.5 gallon Ziploc bags, or a hefty 1-zip. It's not a Ziploc because that's actually a brand. I really like these oversized zip bags. Okay, I'm just gonna zip this up, squeeze out some of the air, zip it up, and then put it in the refrigerator overnight, because I thought that went really well with the brisket point, letting it go overnight to marinate, let that salt and that pepper do its magic. In it goes. We'll see that tomorrow. Okay, got the baby back ribs on the smoker now. Got a good smoke going. Using oak today, one of my favorites. So I'm gonna let that go probably 2-3 hours with the smoke, and then wrap it in foil. Running at about 250 degrees. Yeah, it was 249. I guess I let some of the heat out when I opened that. Got a good smoke going. It smells great. These are going to be fantastic. Now let's give it a mop. Here I have the same basic mop, apple cider vinegar, water, sliced up jalapeno, and a sliced onion. This time I used a red onion. I think I used a white onion last time. This time I had some leftover red onion, so that's what I'm doing. So I'm going to go ahead and finish brushing this and then add some more wood chunks. And then it's smelling good. And we'll see how this progresses. It's been 3 hours. That's plenty of smoke. So I'm just going to go ahead and move these bad boys over to some aluminum foil. Wrap them up real good. And move them to the front. So they'll get a little bit more heat. Move that temperature probe up front so that I know how much heat that's getting. And I'm going to throw on some sausages here. I like having sausage with my ribs. Probably let that go for another 2 hours. Actually, I might let it go for just an hour because it's almost 6 o'clock and I want to eat at 7, so I'll check it after an hour. Okay, I'll let this go for an hour. It's after 3 hours of actual smoking. Oh, that looks great. Meat is pulling back from the bone. Smells wonderful. Okay, I'm going to put this on the cutting board and then bring it in and tint it for a few minutes. And then slice her up. This should be great. Yeah, look at that. Too bad they don't have smell vision. Okay, the ribs have rested, and boy, they smell good. Let's cut a few ribs off and give it a taste. Cuts like butter, very tender. Oh, look at that. Look at it. Nice smoke ring. Looks very, very moist. Oh, these were so good. The taste is unbelievable. Perfect amount of smoke. Best ribs I've ever made. Probably the best I've ever eaten. There you go. I love this rub.